Hey, you guys, happy holidays. Happy New Year to everyone. It's your girl Vashti. For some of you who are from the Albright community or the Reading area, you might know me as Queen Lovely. So every year around the end of December, people do these New Year resolution things, New Year, New Me. They reflect over the year, things that they have done, things that have happened. And just a couple of days ago, I was asked about what my New Year resolutions were, and I spent some time thinking about my relationship with God, my relationship with friends, family, and thinking about my successes and failures. And they have all led up to what my resolutions are. And before I reveal what those are to you, I really just want to share my heart with you and my year that I've had. So I want to start with my parents, mom and dad. I really love you two so much. I appreciate you two more than you imagine. And I really just want to thank you for being supportive and giving me a home, putting clothes on my back, food in my stomach, shoes on my feet. And I really want to thank you too for also getting me to Hawaii. I know that was not an easy task. I know that was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and time you invested into getting me there. And because we are a praying Christian family, I know that was nothing but God that really brought you two through that. And I just want you two to know that I love you guys so much. And one day I will be able to show how much I appreciate you in a much larger way you guys can't even imagine. Manny, my brother, you really annoy me. You really get on my nerves, but I don't know what kind of brother you would be if you didn't do that kind of stuff. But I really love you. Yeah, it's crazy to think. I actually love you. Wow. No, I'm kidding. But I really do love you, Manny. You motivate me. You inspire me from your hard work that you perform at school with your film, your writing. You inspire me with your relationship that you have with God. And you also inspire me with your relationship with Odessa. I mean, it just it makes me happy to see that you were actually happy and makes me think I want a relationship like that. I want a guy that's going to treat me as well as my brother treats his girlfriend, like a queen. So, just want to say I love you and I appreciate you. And your presence itself is what keeps me moving every day. My Aunt Cynthia, my godmother, I want to thank you for being there since my first breath, since my first step that I've taken. You support me as well, and you remind me of how beautiful I am as a woman. And you also motivate me as far as, being career driven. Your professional lifestyle motivates me to have a professional lifestyle like you do. And I don't just want to thank you for being a godmother and being there for me, but I also want to thank you for being a great role model. My Uncle Gary Montbrini, I really want to thank you too as well for letting me stay with you during my time in Hawaii, getting me to and from work. I know those hours that I had were disgusting. They were crazy hours that they assigned to me, and I know you guys have to go out of your way, and you did a lot to get me there, and I really appreciate you too for that. If it wasn't for you two, my career really wouldn't be on the successful track like it is right now. And I love you and I thank you. My cousin Jada, my cousin who I've always been jealous of since I was a little girl. I know, it's hard to believe, right? Uh, you turned out to be this sister I never had. And although we don't see eye to eye, we don't agree with each other all the time, we don't understand one another all the time, one thing I know that I can count on with you, Jada, is I can count on you being there for me when I need someone to pray with, when I need someone to talk to about God and feeling blessed and just knowing how to pray when I really need to pray. And I love you for being that person. I want to go on to thank the rest of my family on both sides, my other aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I love you all so much. nothing means more to me than family's support. And you all have been there through everything that I have done, all of my successes, all my failures, all my emotional moments that I've had. And I really love you all and appreciate you all just as much. Bubby and Pops, I wish you two were here every day so I could share these moments with you. But even though I can't see you, I know you guys are still here sharing these moments with me. And honestly, if it wasn't for you two allowing me, Manny, and my mom to come up with you guys and stay with you, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in now. And I never got a chance to tell you that, but I know you guys know that either way. And I love you and appreciate you. Grandma, I love you too. You make me laugh. You know, I didn't realize how funny you were, Grandma, until now. You, you are quite a comedian. I hope you know that. But I love you, Grandma, for being that grandparent that I can come to about anything. Relationship with friends, guys, my relationship with other family members, being a Christian woman, a praying woman. I really appreciate you and love you, Grandma. Moving on to some favorite teachers and professors, starting with Mrs. Brobeck, Mrs. McKee, Miss Ulrich. You three have always, all throughout my high school career, have always reminded me of all the potential that I have of being something so great. And I don't just want to thank you three for being good teachers, but I also want to thank you three for being great role models. And I hope that students view you the way that I view you, and I hope they love you the way that I love you. Dr. Gilliams, TG, Professor Gilliams, I love you as well. You really, really pushed me. You were the first professor that I've ever had in college that has ever pushed me so hard academically and also professionally and even socially as well. You've always made me work so hard. And the words that I really remember coming from you when I had class with you was, "I'm not going to let you fail." And you never let me fail. And I love you for that. I love you for making me work hard. And also, I love you for reminding me of what kind of woman God wants me to be. I can come to you about anything that's going on in my life. And it's rare that I have people like that as far as outside of my family. So I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. Professor Rakis, you give me a headache as well, but I know that you only push me and you give me a headache because you see potential in me that I didn't even realize I had until after the results of all the hard work that was put in. And I really appreciate you. And I thank you for being that professor that has kicked me in the butt with every assignment that we have had in class. Moving on to some friends, starting with Shanae. You are the definition of ride or die, girl. I love you. I've known you since 8th grade, I think it was. And you understand me. You can relate to me even when you don't understand me or can't relate to me. You try to understand. You don't judge me. You care about me, and you love me for not just what I have to offer, but you love me for who I am. And I appreciate you for that. And I also really love you for bringing such a beautiful little boy into this world. Skylar is truly a child of God, and him being in your life makes me understand the definition of the word God child, because he is a child of God, and without God, he wouldn't have brought us closer together. And I feel like Skylar being in this world keeps our relationship so strong, and I hope that we never grow apart. So I love you, Shanae. Ashley, we've been friends since third grade. And although we live separate, different lives, we still manage to be a part of each other's lives somehow. We're always talking, telling each other what we're doing, what we're going through. And I am happy to see that you have a man in your life that loves you and appreciates you for the woman that you are. And I see your posts all the time on Instagram and Facebook, and you're always smiling. I love to see you happy. And I love you for being such a good friend, Ash. My friend Jermaine, let me just say, Jermaine, I love you for being there for me during those emotional, distressed nights that I've had. For those of you who know that my emotions run either really high or really low. There is no in between with me. And Jermaine, I've never met anyone other than you who has dealt with my emotions as well as you do. So I thank you. I love you. You the real MVP, bro. You really are. um, my buddy Anye, you are mixed between Big Brother and Big Papa. I feel like every time I talk to you, I'm getting knowledge dropped on me. Those life lessons, and you really help keep me on track of what's important, what I'm supposed to be focused on, and what I'm supposed to be doing. And you remind me that I can be successful with or without certain people, and I love you for that, Kanye. I want to thank the co-host of my show, my DJ, my friend, Dylan. You are not just going to be my friend for a lifetime, man, but I know we're also going to be colleagues in the future one day. And I honestly can't thank you enough for being a part of the show. And I can't wait to work with you later on down the road. You know, I'm looking forward to that day. I see you on a red carpet, and I'm going to be interviewing you. And we get to talk about how we go way back. So I love you, Dylan. And speaking of the A Zone, I want to give a shout out to all of my supporters of the show, my fans. Let me just harp on that for a second. When I first started the A Zone, I really had no intentions of trying to build such a large fan base. I was really doing it for, myself. I wanted to somehow start carving my path into my career. And I wanted the experience of being on the radio. But with all of that came supporters, fans, people that love the show, and not just that, people that love me. And I'm specifically talking about the moments people have come to me and they've told me that I inspire them. Nothing means more to me than people that come to me and tell me that I inspire them. Those words mean so much. And I really wake up every day and work on the show every day for you guys. As long as I am inspiring someone, motivating someone to do great things, that's all I really live for. And I grow a much stronger passion for what I do for you guys. And I know that there are some of you out there who have expressed to me you're struggling to find your purpose, what your purpose is on this earth, and you feel like you don't have one. Well, let me just tell you, you have a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. And I am happy to motivate you all the time to figure out what that purpose is. So I love you guys as well. I appreciate you for listening to the show, and I appreciate you for loving me and staying motivated. Now, many of you are probably watching this video thinking, you know, what's going on? Why is she doing this video? What's on her mind? Well, to be honest, everyone, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I've been battling something for a while now that the Bible acknowledges, something called forgiveness and wisdom. And I am having a hard time growing some wisdom and learning how to forgive certain people for certain things. And for those of you who do not know my personal life, I have had specific events that have occurred this year and years before that have made me feel like I was judged, I felt betrayed, I was disappointed, I was hurt, and those moments have led me up to be super bitter and angry. And I'm tired of being bitter and angry. For once, I want to go into another year not just thinking, I think I forgive that person, or I think I'm over that moment. No, I don't want to be temporarily happy. I want to be what this preacher called at one point whole. And I want to be whole with myself, my spirit, and the woman that God has molded me to be. And I think I'm having a hard time forgiving these people because of two things. One, I feel like I've been betrayed more than I have loved and supported, even though deep down I know that's not true. I know that's just my bitterness talking, because the people that I just named have been people who have prayed with me, held me at night when I cried. They've been people who have picked me up when I've fallen. They have been people who lectured me when I didn't even want the lecture, but looking back, they helped. And I haven't actually said the words, I forgive you. So, with that said, I'm not going to name any names specifically, people specifically, but I want you all to know the people who I'm no longer associated with, friends and family both, I forgive you. I really do. I am moving on. I'm not mad. I'm not angry anymore. Um, I'm I'm over it. I don't want to keep holding on to something that is not going to do anything but keep bringing me down. I have no more strength to carry this baggage that I have. And the strength that I do have left, I need that for me. So I want you all to know that I forgive you. And I don't wish you any ill. I don't wish you any tragedy. To be honest, I wish you all nothing but success and happiness. And I pray that God continues to bless you all with beautiful blessings. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, the highlights of my year have been Hawaii, of course, working at KITV. My highlights have been the success of the A Zone this semester, and I hope and pray that it continues to be successful. So now I'm going to reveal my New Year's resolutions to you all, and they are to pray harder, love more, have more faith, grow some wisdom, and be happy. Those are my 5 things. And not just for 2015, but for the rest of my life. So I appreciate you all for watching this video, listening to me. Feel free to comment, share, do whatever you want. Happy New Year, and see you on 2015.